Here's another super easy tutorial for Procreate in which I will guide you through every single step. And you can vary endlessly with this technique. You remember when we created that A with the plants sticking out? You have really gone wild with that tutorial. I have seen you share such a wide variety of lovely results. And with this tutorial, I'm expecting the same from you. During this video, I will be using a photo of New York, but of course you can use a photo of your hometown or your favorite city in the world. It doesn't matter, and this technique, it's really easy. And you really don't need any experience with Procreate or with drawing or with anything. It's the same as with all my tutorials. I have put a link in the description in case you want to use the same photo as I'm using during the tutorial. And I have also put a link to the font that I'm using during the tutorial. But of course, like I said, you can use any photo you like and also any font that you like. But let's go and practice with these first. Now, first of all, I have created a canvas that is 2300 pixels by 3000 pixels. And I have the color profile set to sRGB. And the first thing we are going to do is add the photo. Like I said, I've linked it in the description. So let's grab our pen, then go to the wrench here in the upper left corner, then go to add, and then to insert a photo. And then we'll grab this photo over here. And now you can see that it's giving us some white edges on the right and left. So we're going to make the photo a little bit bigger, but do make sure that you set it to uniform here at the bottom. And then drag the upper handle here, little blue one, and the lower one here in the lower left corner. Drag it downwards and to the left until your entire canvas is filled with our photo. Now, of course, you can also move it up a little. Now, it's nice to have snapping turned on here at the bottom. There you see snapping. So you can make sure that you stay in the center of your canvas. And I'm going to put it up here. So as long as you see that orange line, you are in the center of your canvas and you won't get any white edges again. And then just tap the little arrow here at the top. And now we are going to add text to our photo. At first, let's grab pure white. We want our text to be white. At least I want my text to be white. Now to grab pure white, you don't have to guess over here. You can just double tap and Procreate will select pure white for you. Now let's add the text by going to the wrench up here and then go to add text. And we are going to type New York. I want it to be in capital letters, so let's turn on caps lock and then type New and York. And then let's select the entire text by double tapping in the box until you have this blue around your New York, and then tap these two A's over here. Now, while we have our selection of the text active, we're going to find a nice font. And I'm going to use Good Brush. And I have linked this font in the description so you can get it as well. Now let's make the text a little bit bigger. Let's also drag these handles, these little blue balls, little blue dots. Let's drag them to the outside. And then let's make the text even bigger. And New and York, they are too far apart. So let's change the leading. Drag this to the left. So the text is a little bit closer together. Let's say somewhere around 47 points. And then let's turn up the kerning. Let's go for 5% so the letters are a little bit further apart from each other. And if you want to move the text around, make sure that your pen is outside the box. Then let's move it up just a little. Something like this. And now that we have our text, once you're happy, you can just tap the brush, for instance, to get out of that text menu. And now we are going to block parts of these letters. And we are going to do that by using a layer mask. Don't go using your eraser and erase parts of your text, because erasing it is permanent. If you go out of your file and you go back in, there's no way of undoing any of your erasing. And with a layer mask, you can always get back whatever you have erased. because masking is not like real erasing. Let me show you. Let's go to the layer mask, then to the layer which has the font, which has the text. Tap it and then turn on mask. Now we have this layer mask attached to our text layer, and right now it's white, which means we can see everything on this layer. But as soon as we start drawing on it with black, we'll start masking parts. So let's grab black. Let's go to the color and then double tap her at the bottom to grab pure black. And for the brush, I'm going to use the fine liner brush, which is part of my treasure chest brush pack, which you can get for free by going to freefromflow.com. But of course, you can also use any other brush that is already in Procreate. This is just one of my favorite brushes. And you can get it for free, so why wouldn't you? Let's zoom in a little bit and let's start blocking parts of these letters. I want the World Trade Center to be visible. Let's turn up the size of the brush. Let's go for 30% and make sure that the opacity is at 100%. And let's just roughly take this away. Let's just roughly erase this. Like I said, it's not really erasing. And also here, the E, let's erase that. And over here, let's erase a part of the R here as well. And then we have this area. Let's make the brush a little bit smaller, 17%. And let's go over this area. But as you can see, I have removed too much of these letters. We want to get back a part of it. And to do that, all you have to do is grab pure white again. So double tap here. And now we are going to keep painting on the layer mask, but now we are going to paint with white, which means we'll make parts of the letters visible again. But now we are going to be a little bit more precise. So we're going to make the brush a bit smaller, let's say 5%. And we'll be going along the edge to fine tune our mask a bit. And we'll go along this area. And don't worry, if you go too far, then you can just switch back to black again and erase a part. Or not really erasing, it's masking. Masking gives you total freedom. And it doesn't matter if you have gone out of your file and back in. You keep that ability of fixing things, painting things back in. Let's go up a little bit. Now, if you enjoy working with text, then you might like a tutorial that I have recently shared at Patreon, in which we create a 3D text effect. It's also super easy and you can vary with it endlessly. Just go along this area. And it's like we are really zoomed in a whole lot. So if you zoom out, you won't see it if there's like a little wibbly wobbly somewhere. And now for the O and the R. Now over here, you can also use the quick shape tool or quick line tool. You can start here, make a line going down, and then hold your pen in place to use that quick shape tool to get a nice straight edge. Then just go along, tidy it up. And when you're looking for a photo of your own favorite city, try to take a photo that has some nice buildings or perhaps other elements that you can use to block parts of your letters. Otherwise, it won't be any fun. You won't be able to use this technique. And just go along the edge. And again, you can use that quick shape tool. Make a straight line. And it doesn't matter if it's a little bit wobbly, a little bit. It's like a little bit noisy, that edge. But the photo also has some noise, so it doesn't have to be like super tidy. You can zoom in as far as you like to get a good result. So this edge, and then we have it. And that's how you can easily create this fun effect in Procreate. If you have enjoyed following this tutorial, then please don't forget to hit that thumbs up. And also, don't forget to share your results once you're finished following this tutorial. If you're sharing it on Instagram, then tag me in the image, not just in the description, because that way I will be able to find your work. Oh, and also, don't have your account set to private, because that way I won't be able to see it. So if you tag me, I'll be able to find your work, and perhaps we'll see it in the next You Can Draw This video tutorial. I would like to thank you for watching, and I will see you next time for the next tutorial.